Q10 by Waves is a very powerful paragraphic equalizer. The user interface is similar to that of a standard fixed-band graphic equalizer, but each band has a Q or bandwidth control for substantial tone shaping capabilities. The bands are also stackable and unfixed or variable. Very few hardware equalizers have anything close to this kind of processing power. Let's go over the controls and their functions. At the lower left of the plugin window, you will see input level faders with dB clip indicators above them and phase reverse switches below. It is important to keep your gain stages in check to avoid digital distortion, especially when using multiple plugins that allow level changes to occur. Next to the level controls are the on-off button, which enable or disable the particular band of EQ. The next button is the filter type button, where you can select from 5 different filter types: band pass or bell curve, low shelf, high shelf, low pass, and high pass. This button is gain or amplitude for the particular band. You can click on the button and type directly into the field, or click and push up or down on the mouse to alter the gain for the particular filter band. The frequency button is next, and the same means of adjusting the gain applies here. You can type in an exact value or sweep the frequency band manually with the mouse by clicking and dragging left or right. Next is the Q or bandwidth button, which allows us to adjust the width of the bell curve for the particular filter band. Click and drag left or right to adjust the Q or type the value directly into the button field. To the right of the Q control are the output faders, also with clip indicators and a trim field, which when clicked increases the output faders to the amount shown in the field. Next are the output level displays with clip indicators and left, right, and link controls below. Since we are using a stereo instance of Q10, we can create a separate EQ curve for channel A and B, or choose to link and affect them the same. The frequency graph is directly above the previously described buttons. Here visual data is displayed based upon the settings. We can also control the gain, frequency, and bandwidth. Simply use the mouse to click and drag the EQ points on the graphic display. Dragging up and down controls gain or amplitude, and dragging from side to side controls the frequency selection. The bandwidth can be controlled graphically by holding the Option key on Macs and Alt key on PCs while dragging left or right with the mouse. You will notice that the filter curve will change shape when doing so. This numeric interface is a really great feature, allowing us to EQ by ear and sight rather than strictly by numerical values. The buttons directly above the graphic window include Undo, Setup AB, Copy to B, Load, Save, and Flat. Undo reverses the last adjustment to Q10. Setup AB is a great feature unique to Waves products. You can have 2 completely different settings dialed in and AB them with one click. The Copy to B button is useful to preserve one setting while experimenting on the B version of it. The Load button allows us to load from factory or user-defined presets. The Save button allows us to save our custom settings for later recall. Flat resets Q10 to a flat or zeroed out setting. For our example, we will take a vocal track and process it with Q10. Let's load a preset. Click on Load and choose Telephone. This is one of my favorite presets for many different purposes. This can also be useful in sound design for film or TV. Note, hitting the Tab key will toggle through the settings, and shift clicking will allow you to select multiple bands so that you can adjust group bands at one time. It's always wise to check out some of the Waves factory presets while reading the accompanying user guides to gain greater understanding of the plugin's potential uses. Q10 can be used to gently EQ an instrument sound or to surgically remove unwanted frequencies in a crucial dialogue track for broadcast. Make sure to check out all of the plugin movies available at Cool School Online.